Hey guys, so this video is just a quick tutorial to show you guys how I am going to be doing my Flipgrid recording using my computer as my Flipgrid video recording device, and also to read my music, right? If I don't have a printed copy, I need to be able to see my music. And I'm also using a second device. I have my phone here. You might have an iPod or whatever. I have Google Classroom on my phone where you guys can access your accompaniment tracks that you're going to be playing along with for the recording. All right. And the reason why I'm using my phone is because I don't want the microphone on Flipgrid to be picking up the accompaniment audio. All I want to hear on Flipgrid is you solo with your instrument, and what I'm going to do after I receive your video is plug in the accompaniment track in the background. Okay, but there's a couple of steps that we need to go over before we start recording. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to get my second device and a pair of headphones. And I'm going to have my accompaniment track up on my phone so that when I just click it, it just plays. And then what I'm also going to do on my laptop or on your Chromebook is make sure that I have the Flipgrid link open, ready to record. There's a couple of things that you got to click through to set up the recording. And then I'm also going to have another tab open for my music. Now, this is really important. The order that you need to go through in order to record is you need to hit the record button on Flipgrid. Then you need to tab over to open up your music. And it's okay that the recording is happening in the background, even if you're getting your instruments set up or whatever. There's time, right? The next thing that you need to do when you have your music open, right? I have my sheet music open on a new tab. Now what I'm going to do is click on the accompaniment track on my phone, and just so you can hear it, I'm going to actually take my headphones out, but normally what you would hear is this in your headphones. Okay, so when I click on my recording, what you're also going to hear is what's called a sync point. Okay, and the sync point is just instructions to clap at a very specific time. And what that will do is it will create an audio spike so that when I line up your video with the accompaniment audio, the clap in the accompaniment audio will line up with your audio clap in the video. So let's take a listen to what that sounds like. Again, my accompaniment track will be normally playing through my headphones, but for instructional purposes, you're going to hear it out loud right now. Okay. And you'll of course have your instrument ready to go. Clap, 2, ready, and clap. All right, I'm going to stop there. And then you would go through and record the rest of your Flipgrid video. It's okay if there's a huge chunk of time where you're not recording in the beginning, because you have to be able to record and then hit the accompaniment, let it go through its thing, do your sync point, listen for the count off, and then start when you need to start your music. Some of you guys start right on beat 1. Some of you guys have pickup notes on beat 4. Everyone's music is a little bit different, okay? Some key points though, I had to run across the room to get my guitar here, but you'll typically have your instrument ready to go. And then the other thing that you should be aware of, and you'll see yourself in your Flipgrid video before you start recording, what I want to make sure that we see is a clear shot of you I mean, don't step too far away to the point where you can't see your music, but I want to make sure that we have a good image of you and your instrument. And then do yourself a favor and listen back to that recording. If it's not up to your standards, re-record. No harm in re-recording. It's okay if you don't get it the first time. That's why I'm sending you the materials now, so that you can practice this step-by-step process of opening the Flipgrid video, having another tab with your music, getting the accompaniment track on your phone with headphones. If you don't have a second device, all right, this is a question that comes up frequently. If you don't have a second device, you can play the recording from your Chromebook, but please be careful that if you're using headphones, like these old, not old, but the old Apple headphones, they have a built-in microphone. Okay, the little tiny block that's on the headphones. It's hard to see that thing right there, right in front of my beard. When you plug this type of headphone in, please make sure that you select headphones with microphone. Okay, there should be an option that you can select. And then you're using this as your playback device for the accompaniment track, as well as the microphone input to record your Flipgrid video. The built-in microphones on the Chromebooks are not the greatest in the world, so you might want to consider using one of these as your recording device, and you can plug it in and just let it sit on your Chromebook. And then if you have a second pair of headphones with a second device, you can use this to listen to the accompaniment. And the reason for using two devices versus just one is because of that difference in microphone. Does your headphone have a microphone built into it? Does it not have a microphone built into it? Everyone's situation is a little different. So the goal is to get really high quality audio that aligns with the accompaniment track. Remember the sync point, super important. And then finally, to make sure that we have a good visual from your Chromebook of you and your instrument performing your recorded piece. Okay? So that's all I got for the tutorial here. We're probably going to be put into breakout rooms so that you guys all have an opportunity to record and practice this on your own. What you will need is the Flipgrid link open. You will need your music and recording materials folder open. And I'm going to email all of that stuff to you guys right now. And some of you have one recording, some of you have two. One of those recordings should be used to record the Flipgrid. The other one is just for practice purposes. Okay? That's all I got. Let me know what questions, comments, concerns you have. And I'm really looking forward to seeing these videos and putting them into their final editing stages. All right. Boom.